Hello everyone, welcome back to Legends, and look at this view, man. Genshin Impact, guys, Genshin Impact is full of epic ass views, like just like this one, man. I'm really hoping that throughout this video, I'll actually be able to speak English good and not just constantly trip over my tongue at every other 5 words, but. No promises. I'm so bad at. Oh my god. But yeah. So as my boy stretching there, and in the wee morning, you know, he's tired. But anyway, enough of that. I have a lot of stuff to say. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna have, you know, okay. Big Daddy Electro Wolf coming over to say hi, apparently. As this beautiful scene here is going across of this night and day cycle here, and being way up in the upper mountains above the clouds, in this freaking beautiful view of Genshin Impact. So I just want to talk about kind of this year and my like pretty much my channel, how my life is currently, and also like future plans here since it's the end of the year. I mean, Happy New Year's, guys. I mean, like 2020 can go fuck off. 2020 can definitely go fuck off. Okay, just please. I mean, some people, there's so many people. I know that they don't mean it, but. Like, they act like, oh, 2020, like, the second 2021 happens, alright, the second it comes, all of our problems will be gone. Like, no, the things will hardly change at all after, you know, that, like, midnight strikes and, like, the ball rolls down and 2020 kicks in. Like, as soon as that happens, nothing at all will change. But the big point is that, like, we're talking about the whole year. And 2021, I have very high hopes and really just, like, expectations that it will definitely be better than 2020. Though, okay, because I think society is gonna make for damn sure that it is better. Okay, like hell nah, you know, get those vaccines out, you know, get open up some fucking places and just let people freaking live their lives again. Oh yeah, and by the way, the reason that I'm not doing my face cam on this is a couple reasons. I really think that I'm able to focus my thoughts better and really just like have like a deep, like, in-depth conversation a little bit better when I'm not like trying to do it you know, with my face cam, and I have to like stream in order to do it with a face cam, which makes it kind of even worse. And also this way I can just do it more casually because I don't have to stream, you know, in order to because I'd be trying to get my face cam. I don't have to do that, so I can just do it the way I used to do it, where I just like do a video and I'll be able to edit it and whatever immediately. So it's just like more convenient, and it's like I just talk better. So I mean, we have this beautiful freaking sexy view here. I mean, come on now. You don't want my dorky ass acting like a fool and shit on the side of the screen like I always do, just ruining this view. Come on now. But yeah, to get to the point, like to the main meat and potatoes of this video, this year has not been very very good for me. Because of like a few things. In terms of like specifically my channel, it has been like the worst. Like for the state of the channel, this is like it's a kind of a double-sided coin though, because obviously my channel has never had this much subscribers, and you know, I genuinely feel like throughout this year and portions of last year, I've been doing like the best editing and putting out the best videos I've ever had put out on my channel before that point of, like, I would say midway through 2019. Before that point, way better. But at the same time, it came with some like downsides and the way that my life currently is. Like, I would say that my videos, yeah, they got better. They keep getting, like, I truly feel like they keep getting better over time with me figuring out new things. and thinking of new things to do. And and me just kind of like branching out to all kinds of different like games that I wouldn't normally play. In terms of that, those are like constant improvements, and that doesn't surprise me. It's just that the not so good part comes in when I start talking about like frequency of uploading. Being active on my channel, that has had a gigantic hit to it recently. And the reason for that is just simply I have lost a lot of feeling of excitement for the future. And it's probably like, that was kind of happening before the pandemic, but like, the pandemic probably like accentuated that even more a bit, because like I barely this year I barely would ever like leave the house ever, and I would spend like multiple weeks, if not months, like always being inside the house. And regardless of how introverted you are, that is going to take a toll, because I am pretty introverted. I'm not so incredibly a social person. I really like my alone time, with being able to do whatever I want, and not have anyone judging what I'm doing, and not have anyone like interfering with things, just being like free to do that. And in fact, that's something that I really wish I had more of. But the whole like stay indoors all the time, and like me and my friends like haven't been able to do something physically together for like many a months. We haven't been able to like go out and like eat somewhere, like a restaurant or something, or drive around or something, or hang out. That fucking sucks so much, for your mental health. Another one is, and it's a big one, is just the crushing pressures of society for a person that has just gotten out of college. So earlier this year, in May of 2020, I graduated college. I got my bachelor's degree in astrophysics. Yes, that is true. You heard? Yes, I can prove it. If you want, if someone's like, you liar, no, I can prove it. Okay, I could go on street, I could pick that thing up and look at this. My freaking diploma right here. I can actually show you. All right. I know that I do some of the stupidest like decision make and like in thinking during game. Like I just think so stupidly sometimes, and I do admit I'm an extremely unobservant person when playing games. Like I miss things that that no one has any business missing, and there's times in games where I've attempted to do some math to try to figure something out or whatever, like a puzzle maybe. I try to do some math and I fuck up just so hard, and I'm not that, when it comes to doing math in my head, when it comes to, calculating things without any kind of calculator, without writing anything down, without like being like, okay, all right, what is this kind of, and then like taking my time with it. It's hard, okay, for me. That's not one of my strong suits, all right, is doing those types of calculations just out of nowhere, just on the fly, like just throwing it at me all of a sudden, all right. I'm very much into like mathematics and science, and discovering and understanding the universe. Like that has been who I am for a very long time, ever since I probably was like in elementary school. So yeah, like I can actually do that shit. I have to actually write down my calculations, and I use a calculator, right? I'm not my brain's not a calculator, okay? It doesn't have to be, not in this era, man. Just back off. No one needs to do that. Not when they have calculators and computers and shit. Fuck off. I don't know why I felt the need to like get defensive there. I don't know. I don't need to prove anything, goddammit. I don't need to prove anything to you. I could. Give me some math problems. Give me some physics problems. I can do it. Give me some freaking elementary physics problems. Give me some thermodynamics. I can get it done. I could. All right. Shut up. I don't know why I get that defensive like that. I don't know. But anyway, wow. Big tangent there. So I graduated college, months and months ago, and I still haven't come even close to figuring out what I want to do for a job. Like I really just don't know. Like in my opinion, like there's majors, there's fields that are like they're harder to get into than others. They're more restrictive, and basically, basically what I'm saying is some majors, some fields are, they're easier and less restrictive to get into. There's like a whole bunch of many different paths that don't require you to be like a freaking genius in order to walk down. And when it comes to physics and astrophysics, it's just like it's a bit restrictive. You're either, like quite a few of its pathways require you to really go the full mile. Like I'm talking like PhD, if not like a master's kind of level of degree. And then the other ones, they don't require that much, but at the same time they kind of require other things, like a teaching degree, like a teaching certificate or something like that, because then you'd be like teaching like high schoolers, or like as a science teacher or something like that. And genuinely I had like quite a bit of an interest in the idea of being like a high school teacher or something like that, teaching like physics or I mean I think I actually think I would really love to teach like elementary, physics, or maybe like even physics AP, I don't know. But if I wanted to do that, I really needed to go down not just my physics major. And the reason I got astrophysics instead of physics is because I actually went for physics first. The reason I got astrophysics because that didn't require me to successfully do a quantum mechanics class, and I can do everything else. I was fine with everything else, but quantum mechanics is not okay. Okay, quantum mechanics was not okay. I couldn't. So, astrophysics it was, but you can still get, like, I don't have to go down the astronomy path because I actually don't want to. That requires like all this kind of computer knowledge that I just not only just don't have, but also don't desire to have, don't desire to work with, like processing images and just my whole life basically being centered around taking images of the sky and then having them come up on a computer and then processing them. I mean, that's like, it's cool to see the end product of the picture, but I mean, I don't want to do the process. Like, oh yeah, you just give me the picture and I'll look at it and be like, ooh, cool. But a freaking like give me a picture of like Andromeda, I don't know, or like of a star system or something. Oh, cool, oh, data. Oh, and like give me some data and be like, oh, like there's planets around this. Oh, cool. Hey, do you want to actually? Do you want to actually do this processing of the images and inquiring this data? And I'm like, no, hell no. I like looking at it, but no. I'm not doing that shit. This is so disinterested in that. Ugh. I don't like that at all. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. But, I don't know. Right now, it's just like, the time is really starting to come where I'm going to need to start working, and I'm really thinking that it's going to end up having to be like I'm going to start having to work at like some kind of something that's not going to be like physics related. It's just going to be like, I don't know, working at some kind of store or something, just for the time being, because I'm going to need, like, I need to work, so like just for the time being working at somewhere so that I can like continue to try to see if I don't know, maybe I could get some kind of internship eventually somewhere. That would be fantastic, but I mean, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out, and that leads to my other reason to why I've just been having such a hard time being like excited for the future, and being so like kind of just depressed and stuff, and just kind of like I don't know, just not feeling mentally well, is because of all of the like the worrying and the just unsureness for the future, because of I don't know like what I'm gonna be able to do with my life, because I hit a roadblock at the bachelor's level, and that doesn't completely mean that like you're doomed or anything. You don't have to go further, but it's just to be able to do like any kind of theoretical stuff, or any kind of like, if to be able to do any kind of that stuff, which I've always like really loved to actually like be learning about the universe, like that theoretical physics. My fucking tongue, dude. I English speak good English, I good speak. I when it comes to physics and stuff, if you stop at the bachelor's level, your only options really are to, like, pretty much is to be like maybe some kind of high school or science teacher, like. But then you, like I said, you need to go down some kind of, like, you need to learn how to be a teacher. You need to get like a teacher's license or whatever, and I have no idea how to really do that. Am I gonna have to pay again for another school, like some like a class from a college again or something? That would suck. I like I'm kind of sitting here just kind of really wishing that, like, at the beginning of my college career, I had, like, chose to have like a like education as a minor or something, but I didn't. And those are the types of things that you just never know that you might want to do, so you never do them. But by the time that you find out, like, oh, maybe I wanted to do that, obviously it's too late. You can't rewind the clock. And then, like, if not that, then you can do some research stuff as a bachelor. You can do some research stuff. You can have some kind of, like, maybe, I don't know, a job at a desk or something, or you could have some kind of, like, you go through some internship to be able to do some research. And so, like I said, like, trying to find an internship would be great. And that's, like, pretty much the only pass. I don't really see that much more than that for a bachelor's degree. So it's just like, yeah, I have to do one of those, and those aren't, as I explained, those are not exactly like easy stuff to, it's gonna take quite a bit of work to figure out those things and get into them. It's not just as, like other people, they have so much more of a clear path, because another thing is that I don't 100% know exactly what kind of physics I want to do, like what kind of like topic, and like other people, they have such a directly, like, a specific job that they want, or maybe a couple of them that they could literally count on one hand, and they're like way luckier, because they have so much more of a specific goal. So when they do, the educate, get the education that they need to get for that goal, at that point, once they get that done, all that's left is just just sprint straight towards that goal. Just sprint straight towards that job. There's nothing left to do. They know exactly where to go, and they just fly right at it, and hopefully they'll get the job, because they'll have, like, the credentials. As long as they make sure they have the education and stuff for it, they'll probably end up getting the job in some form, and somewhere in the world, somewhere in their country. And they just have more of a straight shot. With this, I feel like a lot of physics students face this problem, because physics is such a gigantic branching path that, like, how are you really gonna figure out, you have to try things out. That's one really big reason that, like, an internship is something that's a really good idea, is, it's something that needs to happen, is it would help me figure out what I actually want to do, given, like, what I'd be doing under an internship. So yeah, all those uncertainties and stuff is just, like, really, like, getting to me. Another one is like, not a lot of games that I'm very, like, that I'm able to really get excited for have been coming out recently. A lot of the games that I already have, like, they are really good games. I'm just not. I need that excitement level, and I need to feel more energetic to want to go do them, and record them and edit them. And right now, because I don't have that, it's hard to go and record them, and especially to actually edit them right now. And the thing is that if I were to have something that was, like, oh, like, really excited me, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, let's get into this, let's, like super hyped about it, that would probably be, like, infectious for other types of games. It's just that the games that I already have aren't, because they're not new, and they're not coming out, there's not, like, a lot of hype for them. They're not able to, like, really hype me up. They're not really able to motivate me enough to really, like, want to pour time into editing videos of them, and throwing them out. So right now I'm just kind of waiting a bit for a few games that I'm really excited for to come out, and to finally get a PS5. Like, that's gonna be a huge source of like a lot of excitement and a lot of hype. I can't wait for that. I'm really excited to like finally get a PS5, hopefully by like February, and just like see what it can do. See what it's like to play games on it. Have some of the games that I've been looking forward to come out, like FNAF Security Breach, Resident Evil Village, and like God of War Ragnarok. I heard that being called a different name. Like, I've heard that, like, oh, like people saying like, oh, Ragnarok was only just a placement title for it. It better be that title. I don't know why the hell they would think that's not like a good title. Like, that is some bullshit, man. Like, come on. Like, I heard something like someone saying that, and this better be a rumor, but someone was like, God of War Fallen God or something is what it's called. If it's called that, I'm going to make fun of that name so freaking hard on every video that I make of that game. You don't even understand. Like, that is that is a stupid fucking name. I will not take that name title seriously. Fuck that title, dude. What the hell? God of War Fallen God. No, it better not be called that. Just call it God of War Ragnarok. It's a good name. Like, Ragnarok's gonna happen in this game. It's gonna be like the big event of the game. Why wouldn't that be a good title? Just call it Ragnarok. Whatever. These tangents. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that I've been like really absent. All right, but those are the reasons. Those are the reasons why I've been really absent, and I've been so incredibly grateful for you guys, like you guys like that are actually like you're sticking with me on my channel even when I'm not uploading. And like lately, like I went down to 119 a little while ago, and I was like, all right, I mean that makes sense, I haven't been uploading. But then like recently I went back up to 120, and I literally, like, I think that jump, I literally had not uploaded like almost anything at all, and yet I still gained a subscriber, just, I don't know, just from someone discovering my channel and liking something that they saw, and then like I think right now I'm at, I think, 121 or 122 actually. I think either 121 or 122, and I've been getting a few subs lately, and I'm so grateful for that even when I'm not uploading. And like I just want to I just want to say to those people who have subscribed, as well as the people who have been here, like, just bear with me, like just think about it this way, even when I'm not uploading very often, it's not like I'm gonna bother your subscription feed. You're barely ever gonna see me on your subscription feed. There's no need to unsubscribe. Like I'm just saying that, like, if you just wait a bit, it might get better later. I can't promise anything, but it might get better later. You might see more content from me and things that you might actually like. And oh, okay. This is something that I'm telling you right now. It is going to happen, even if I have to treat it like a freaking homework assignment and the deadline is tomorrow. It's going to happen. Okay, I am going to upload the second funny montage / compilation tomorrow, January 1st. I am going to upload it, even if it's gonna be even if I know it's gonna be a bit of a hassle to finish, because I'm only like a third of the way through of completing that. Probably it's coming out. So that one right there, I'm actually going to guarantee. Pretty much everything else that I say on this channel, I'm gonna make sure that I don't promise, because I've been making a lot of promises lately, and I've been like just not. I've been breaking that shit, man. Like, cause I never know how I'm going to feel day by day. Like, sometimes I feel pretty good, sometimes, like, quite a lot of other days, most of my days at best feel okay. Sometimes I feel really good for whatever reason, but most of my days lately, I've only feel just okay-ish, like, alright. And then other days I feel depressed as hell. I just feel like just absolutely like garbage, like an absolute bum, like a waste of space. But it's just plowing through that, and yeah, obviously on those types of days I can't get anything out, but even with days where I feel okay, it's still kind of hard to get something out because that okayishness is still having some of that like depressive like feeling there, like non excitement. That's why it's only okayish feeling, because there's just this huge amount of non excitement. I can't edit and upload a video doing something that isn't really that fun to do, and editing is not really that fun to do. It really isn't. Like, it's not a terrible experience. It's just this meh experience. Like, some edits, like, bring a smile to my face because, like, I feel like I did a pretty good job on them. But other than that, like, there's no real enjoyment that I get out of them. It's just this meh thing, and there's so many other things that I'd rather be doing, like watching some of the anime that I've been watching, or watching some YouTube videos that are really entertaining. Playing Genshin Impact, or playing, I don't know, Cold War Zombies, watching like Netflix and stuff, things like that, like things I'd way, way, way rather be doing than editing, and if I had like a more like positive mental state where like I was more optimistic and excited about things that were happening in my life, and things that were coming up, I'd be much more okay with sacrificing some time away from doing those things and edit it instead, be like, oh, okay, I've watched like quite a few things over the past couple days, enough. I can spare like 2 hours to edit today and stuff like that. I'd be able to do things like that. I'd be able to sacrifice those times during those days because like I'd just be feeling more. I would just be feeling better. But yeah, like on to my future goals here. My future goals are just like they're simply this, okay? I really want to actually just start living, like trying to be a living member of the human race, like actually start to adult, okay? Which means to get a job, and to actually try to while paying off my student loans and everything, when I need to be doing those things, I want to be like trying to save up some money so that I can actually like finally leave the house, leave my parents' house, because the one feeling that I'm missing so much right now is the feeling that I had when I was in my own apartment room at college. Like, my parents and my sister weren't there, and I was able to just do things freely without judgment, with total privacy, except for the graham cracker thin walls of the apartment. But with somewhat privacy, like visual privacy anyway, all the time. And if I were to leave here and get into like a small apartment or something, I would have more of that audio privacy that I want so much, and I'd have that privacy. I'd have that like non-judgmental atmosphere going on. I'd just be able to do anything that I want and feel independent. Like, I want to be able to feel more freer and independent, and that's the kind of things I was feeling when I was at the apartment. Like, I felt more independent. I felt more free in there, and that contributes to a positive mental health. At least it did, at least for me. And I think that kind of shows just how like I am an introverted person, because a non-introverted person wouldn't be like that. They would have a negative impact happen to them if they were away from people like for long periods of time during the day, and they were constantly and they were like in their room for long periods of times just doing their own thing. They get bored or something. They don't want to go out. But I'm not like that. I don't feel that. I feel a lot more enjoyment when I'm just hanging out, just lounging in my room. That isn't to say that I wouldn't appreciate another person's presence there, hanging out with them. It's just my parents and my sister are not going to be one of those people. It would be like a best friend, or maybe like a significant other, if I were to, find that. Like, I'm currently not dating anyone right now. And I very much would like to in the future. Would be quite difficult if I were to keep staying at my parents' house for, forever. I have to get out of here to be able to do those things, to be able to live like an independent adult. Okay, I have to get out, obviously. obvious. This is an obvious thing. I don't really know why I would have to explain it to anyone, but really genuinely think that that freedom would give me a lot of excitement and in my life, and a lot of creativity in the way that I could change how I did videos and stuff like that. Like that sudden release of like environmental restrictions, because right when I'm living here there's some restrictions. I can't just do anything because, you know, they're also, there's other people living here. But if you're like living in a place by yourself, then like you can do all these kinds of things that you wouldn't really be able to do if other people were living here because you bother them, you know. So it's just all that freedom suddenly. I really like, I'm telling you, I really do believe that it would motivate me to really like want to do more with my channel, and that's like a big goal that I'm going to be having, and something that I really need to strive for. And the first step to that is definitely getting a job, and also getting my driver's license, which is way more scarier than getting a job, because I don't at all like the act of driving, really. But anyway, you know, that's its own thing. And of course, another future goal is to figure out how to relieve the difficulty of uploading on myself. And one of those ways that I've been thinking about is to, like, for some series that I'm really into, that I'm really excited about, like let's say Resident Evil Village, FNAF Security Breach, you know, some other, like God of War, stuff like that, like, and others, you know, those things I'm really excited about, really hyped about. I actually, like, I'm gonna want to do full playthroughs, each video edited for those. But for games that like are really cool, and I like are, you know, like good games, even though they're good games, if they're not like super exciting, and if they don't meet like a certain format that I want my like playthroughs to be, like there's a certain format that I really like a game to have, like in terms of like how long it is, how much puzzles does it have, how much direction does it have, do I get lost all the time in it, like that type of format. There's a certain format that I really want a game to have. And, you know, games that don't kind of fit that format, or don't give me that much excitement or hype to them, I'm thinking of doing something more like I'll stream them on my second channel, and then when I'm done, you know, streaming them, and like when I go through the game, I'll do like a highlighted montage, like a highlighted moments, a funny / rage compilation, or montage, or a funny / scary or something like that type of thing, depending on what game it is. It'll be like a compilation or a montage of the game. So like I'll be taking pieces of it, and it'll take maybe only 1, 2, maybe even like at most 3 compilations to get through the whole game. And that is a heck of a lot less work to edit than like a full-on like 20+ video series, you know, playthrough that has editing each and every video. So I'm thinking that would be really good. But anyway, I have entirely rambled enough. Okay, I have no idea how long this video is gonna be, so I'm really scared that it's gonna be long as shit, and I'm really gonna have to do some freaking magic on it to get it to a reasonable length. So anyway, I thank you so much for sticking with me, everyone who's subscribed and has like stayed subscribed even when I'm not uploading videos. Like you guys, like that's how I know that you guys are the ones that like you've actually enjoyed things that I've uploaded, and you're willing to stay subscribed even when I'm not uploading, because of the idea that maybe I'll upload, you know, eventually, after some period of time, I'll eventually upload some more things that are, you know, entertaining, you know. And I'm really glad that you think that way, you know, because I really want to do those things, and I've always been trying to find more and more ways. Like I've been really into the whole like audio edits, where like I put like an audio clip over a scene, and those are so funny. I love it. I've been watching videos that do those so well, like the .exe videos, you know, if you ever watched any of those. Oh, they're so funny, and they teach me, like those videos have been teaching me a lot about like the comedic timing of those types of edits, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited to put those into play for a lot of videos, man. I've already have been for a while doing that type of stuff, and I plan on doing those types of techniques in the funny montage size compilation that I upload tomorrow as well. So like I really think that you should really definitely check that out, because I really think that's gonna be entertaining. I'm really proud of how the first funny moments like montage compilation went, because the comedic timing in that, like I'm not trying to be biased. I seriously, I try to look at things with unbiased eyes. Like I'm genuinely impressed with how like well the comedic timing of the jokes and of the of each of the scenes that I put in that first one came out. Like that's so good. It's so good, dude. If you haven't seen that, like, you really should watch it. Like I genuinely think that you'll at least like be like it'll at least get some smiles or chuckles out of you, at least, if not actually a like genuine laughs or something. I don't mean to like pat myself on the back completely. I'm just saying, like, just try it out. I think you might see some shit that you like. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here because I rambled on even more. I can only hope that, you know, to some extent, like something really good, you know, I'll find like a job that I'll get really excited about and stuff, and good things will start happening next year, to the point where I'll get that excitement will build up. Just like stick with me, because I really feel like if we wait long enough, things will get better, and I'll be able to upload more often and be able to do more things. I definitely am planning on streaming a lot more often in 2021. Okay, like my second channel, I'm gonna just be streaming whatever I want there, regardless of how long it takes me to finally get to uploading things from those games onto my main channel. I can't be like just left behind so much in the dust. I can't remain that way in terms of like the PS4's era. I can't remain that way like forever now. Like I have to catch up and play all these PS4 games that I want to play, and maybe I'll play them on the PS5. I don't know, because there's a lot of backwards compatibility, so that'd be really cool. Anyway, as always, I hope you guys have an awesome freaking happy New Year's. Here's to the hopes and prayers. Please next year be better. Please, I'm really hoping that, you know, like my motivation, excitement will skyrocket with all those getting the PS5 games. I'm so excited to play those, man. And yeah, but for the time being, there's not a lot going on in the gaming scene in terms of like my own preferences, you know. So right now it's just like it's not going to be a lot going on right now, but soon, guys, like by like February and onward, I have some high hopes. I'm really hoping that they happen. Thank you for all the likes, thank you for all the comments that you've done. It's been over 4 years since I started uploading consistently. Not anymore. I don't know, but like, you know, since I started like actually thinking of this channel as an actual channel, and you know, being a YouTuber, basically. I really think that we're in store for some really fun things next year. Okay, guys, like when the virus starts chilling out because of the vaccines and the games keep flowing out, you know, I really think there's some really like great things to come. And as always, I hope to see you guys in next videos and compilations and streams that I'll do. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content, because more content will be coming. That is something that I do promise you. I just don't know how much and how soon. That's the issue. So see you later, guys.